Good afternoon, everybody. How is everyone doing today? Good. All right, I'm going to run down what's going to be happening today so everyone kind of has a good understanding. We're going to have a little presentation by Ken, Ken's the IT manager here at Allegra Village. And then after he gets done, we have a representative from AT&T that kind of just walked into our arms, and we held him very tight and told him to come with us. And what he's going to do is he's going to answer your guys' questions. So all I ask is if you have a question, just raise your hand. A mic will come to you, and you can ask your question, and he'll answer the question. And we'll do that throughout. And then when he gets done, I'll take over and say a little speech. Does that sound good? This is being recorded for those that cannot attend. It is being recorded, and we'll broadcast it on a regular basis so that way people know. Yes, Ted.
Will we have opportunity to ask questions of other than the AT&T person?
Would you be able to ask questions other than AT&T questions? Yeah, that's what me can. Yeah, that's what me. Yeah. When he gets done, and then I can take any questions that you guys may have. Okay. Yes, Priscilla.
Why are we having questions to AT&T when Centex is the company that's putting the cable in?
Because again, this is for any resident that has more than basic cable. So the basic cable is through Centrix. This meeting is for additional services that residents want. If you don't want additional services, this might not be the meeting for you.
Is a DVR an additional service?
Yes, ma'am, because you're paying additionally for that. WOW did not provide you a DVR for free.
Why can't we have choices other than AT&T for a DVR?
You can have any choice from what you want.
Well, why aren't there other representatives other than AT&T?
Because that's the person I was able to get for us having internet and landline phones. Because that's the only one that can provide that. Now the DVR, you can buy DVR from anybody. You don't need any particular service. You know what I'm saying? You can buy it from TiVo and get TiVo subscription. That has nothing to do with AT&T, Comcast, WOW, none of that stuff. Okay? All right, Ken, it's all yours.
All right. Hello, everyone. Now, I'm going to ask that you hold your questions to the end because hopefully I'm going to explain most of it. So, for those who don't know me, I am the manager of IT services here at the Village. I serve all the technology needs of both the residents and the staff. Me and Brandon, many of you know Brandon. He's my co-worker. Together we try to keep you guys in your technology. All right, so what's happening? WOW is discontinuing their services effective September 12, 2024. This means the following services will no longer be available at the Village: WOW Internet, WOW Advanced Cable, DVR, and WOW Phone. Basic cable is being replaced with a new service through Centrix. Why? Many broadband cable providers are removing traditional cable TV services and moving to an internet-only solution. That includes services like YouTube video, Netflix, etc. WOW is no exception. It was only a matter of time before this transition would take place through WOW. We didn't expect WOW to pull out altogether, and that was kind of a surprise. How does this affect me? Centrix technicians will be returning within the next few weeks to move all remaining residents over to the new cable system. They will give us dates, and we will relay that information to you. It is important that you are available during this time because they will need to enter your apartment and make some changes. If all you have is basic cable TV, you do not need to do anything at this time. The technicians will be in your apartment as scheduled to make the changes. If you pay for any additional WOW services, internet, phone, advanced cable, DVR, these will no longer work after the 12th. If you get a bill from WOW, it will tell you what services you have. If you don't get a bill, you're probably not paying for any services. It is up to you to find alternatives if you choose to do so. What can I expect during my visit? Centrix technicians will disconnect all WOW equipment and connect your televisions directly to the cable system. They will reprogram your TVs for new channels. You may or may not receive a cable box, depending on certain factors. There is no advantage either way. They will reprogram any remotes they leave with you to work with your TVs, and at your discretion will remove any WOW equipment. If you are not home during this time or have not made prior arrangements, your service will still be moved, but you will have to call and make an appointment for a special visit. And that will be a first come, first serve, and will likely cause a longer period of disruption. What do I need to do now? WOW Phone. If you are paying WOW for your phone service, this is the single most important aspect that you need to consider. If you get your phone service through WOW and you want to keep your number, it is imperative you act immediately to have it changed to a new provider. This must be completed before your WOW service is interrupted or you risk losing your telephone number. This process is known as porting. If you no longer wish to keep your home phone, it will go away after the 12th, irregardless. Okay, WOW Phone Connect, what are some replacement options? AT&T, I just found this out as a matter of fact, AT&T does have a program called Access. This is for those who qualify. It's a landline service and a internet package, if I'm not mistaken, at a reduced rate, but there are qualifications. This is not a landline, and it's important that when you call to order, you do not call it a landline. Community Phone. Community Phone is a provider that provide the best way to describe it is a box that uses a cellular network connection, and that will provide the standard dial tone that a phone will use. The other option is a cell phone. Now, this is not an option if you have a hearing impaired phone, which I will explain in a minute. Okay, the remaining WOW services that aren't as time sensitive as the telephone service. If you receive your internet through WOW, you have some options as well. Alegria Village resident Wi-Fi is available now and at no cost. AT&T phone and internet, as mentioned, or cellular providers. I want to also squelch a rumor or a misconception. The Alegria Village Wi-Fi is not part of WOW. It never was and hasn't been. The resident Wi-Fi is maintained and administered through IT services. That is an in-house offering. If you have cable, WOW Advanced Cable, the new basic cable offers 87 channels, including many local ones and our 2 in-house channels in a program guide. Additional channels can be augmented by streaming services like Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Bally Sports, Tubo, Pluto, etc. Some streaming services require a subscription while others are free. Many are pay-as-you-go. You pay for a month. If you don't like it, you cancel, you get another one. But double check. Some of them do require a subscription. Some internet plans and cell phone carriers may also offer cable-like channels and or streaming options as bundles or at discounts. AT&T has DirecTV. T-Mobile offers Netflix on Us. Verizon offers Play. If I have a WOW DVR, what do I do? TiVo Edge for cable is the DVR of choice recommended by Centrix. TiVo does require a subscription, but it does not require a cable card. Some streaming services also provide cloud-based DVR storage, such as YouTube TV, Hulu, and Sling TV. WOW equipment returns. WOW offers a return shipping box. You may have to call and request it, or IT services and the Centrix technicians will also collect your WOW equipment. Anything required to be returned to WOW will be held by IT services for them to pick up. Everything else will be recycled. WOW cable modem, yes, that needs to be returned. You are required by WOW to return the cable modem. There's a picture of it. WOW DTA, no, you are not required to return a WOW DTA. Those are those little black boxes that are probably sitting underneath your television. They don't want them back. WOW DVR, no, you do not need to return the WOW DVR. Also note that these will not function without WOW service. I'm confused. What should I do? If you have telephone service through WOW and want to keep your number, I would immediately switch it to another carrier, such as AT&T or Community Phone, especially if I have a closed caption or hearing impaired phone. Everything else, I actually thought about this for a long time. Everything else, I'd actually let it go and give the new cable a try. Using the resident Wi-Fi and streaming services to round out any missing channels is best I can. If I don't like it, I can always switch at a later date. I'm under no pressure to change right now. If I absolutely can't live without a DVR, the only option I am aware of, and I have checked, for a physical device is a TiVo. All right, who to contact? Questions? Every time I think of this, sorry I'm throwing Bill there, but please contact Bill or Mike if you have questions. Brandon and I are just running around putting out all the other problems. IT support there's the number to IT support. You can email itsupport@alegriavillage.com as well. But please, I defer if you have questions, filter them through Bill or Mike. They have been forwarding the ones that they cannot answer to us, but that'll at least cut down our traffic tremendously. AT&T, I just found out they have, the program that we're referring to is called the Access Program. I'm not sure if this is an accurate telephone number, but the gentleman is here that'll correct me if I'm wrong. There's the contact information for Community Phone. There's TiVo's website, T-Mobile's 5G home internet, Verizon My Home. Those are the site information for them. Summary. I will make copies of this will be available, as well as after this is all said and done. I'm going to take some of the more popular questions and create an FAQ. Both of those will be available in a day or two.
So as you guys are taking pictures and writing this down, this is I kind of agree with Ken in the sense of the best thing for those that want to give it a try, if they just have the internet service and they don't have a landline, to see how it goes, because you don't want to be paying for something when you probably don't need it. If the Wi-Fi provided by the village is good enough for you to use it, then you can use it. If you find out after a couple days it's slow or it's not fitting your needs, you can always get service elsewhere. So that kind of could save you some money.
Right.
You'll get the cable service for free, you get the Wi-Fi for free, and then you'll be golden. Now, for those that have the landline phones, that's where the ones that are going to be a little bit more on a stricter deadline to see exactly what they should do or they shouldn't do. Do you guys have any questions about this? Yes, ma'am. We're probably, sorry. Yeah, hang on, McLean's coming, sorry. I forgot that we need another mic. All the way in the back, McLean. Yeah, she raised her hand, though. So we're going to go around.
Is the Wi-Fi private?
Is the Wi-Fi private?
Yes, it is private.
Yes, it is private. Yes, ma'am.
Will we be able to program the TV?
So the technician himself, when he or she comes in, they will do all the programming for the cable. You don't have to do anything other than just be at the apartment. And you don't really have to be there. You can give us consent,
What I
right?
mean by
If-
programming is, with the TV I have now, I can tell it to program a certain program every time it's a broadcast. Is that service available with this basic TV?
So you're probably talking about a recorder to tape it so you can watch it at a later time. So the Centrex technician is not going to have that, because you're not going to have that service anymore. You're going to have to get that service yourself by buying another DVR service.
Sydney Scully. You know, Ken, I've got that router box. Do I need to replace that?
No,
Okay.
you will be fine. You will be fine.
Is there a Centrix representative, or are you representing Centrix?
Centrix is a reseller. We're actually going to end up having to be the maintenance for the cable system. There will. No, I am not. I work for Allegria Village.
So they're currently not here today. What the plan is that they're going to give us a list of all the residents that haven't been done and say, we're going to come, let's just say Monday and do a PT building. We're going to come Wednesday and do BG. And when we have that information, we will provide it to you guys. And then once everyone has been switched over, then the in-house IT team will be your point of contact for all your cable needs. It works to benefit now, rather than you having to call a cable provider and they have to set up a time for for them to come. We'll have in-house to take care of all your cable needs.
Do you know how to answer all the Centrix related?
Yes, because as the technicians are going out, Ken and Brandon are with them as they do the installs, and they're learning, which is why they can't always answer their phones or emails, and he's diverting the questions to us, so that way they can do that.
What is the response time to request?
We haven't gotten that far yet, because we're not there.
They must have a history.
Centrix or IT? Which one are you asking?
Please wait for a microphone for your questions. Your voice will not be recorded for the replay. You
That's
have
true.
to wait
Sorry.
for a microphone. And this, well, I'll be back.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Yes, ma'am.
Is there going to be on-demand viewing like, you know, with the cable? Are you going to be able to say if you want to try not to do a recorder?
Well, on demand would be provided through the other streaming services. So if you've got a smart TV, on demand can be provided through Hulu.
But I'm talking about,
Centrix.
yeah, I mean, like, okay.
No, the cable system does not have on demand. No, it is a basic cable system.
So the only way you're going to be able to go back and watch something is if you have the recording device.
If you have a recording, or as I said, streaming services will make available most programming after, I think it's like a week or two.
Does that make sense, Mary? So Centrix, the cable provider, does not provide a DVR for you to record it. You'd have to get that on your own. There's some
Right,
on demand.
right.
Yeah, so some like HBO, Netflix, stuff like that will do it. The cable provider that you have does not give you that capability, no. But your smart TV might.
So like the Centrix, you can't say, oh, okay, I'm not going to get a DVR, so I'm going to just be able to go on demand, but that's not available, like it is with the cable.
No,
So is this not a cable system?
it is a cable system.
It's just a
In
basic
the
cable.
basic sense of the word.
Yeah,
Even basic gave you the recording option in.
because they gave you a cable box, and they gave you the. You're talking about the on-demand. The on-demand, so certain channels give the on-demand option through the thing, right?
In answer to your question, on demand is not available with the current system.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just wondering, there must be a history with Centrix about responses. Are they responding in a way that is satisfying to the customer? Because sometimes if you call and you ask for assistance, you may get a response within a few hours, or 24 or 48 hours.
So the good thing is you don't have to do that. If you have a question about Centrix Cable, once it's been serviced of all the residents, you would call us. We will take care of that for you. You'd no longer have to call Centrix. They're just here to install the cable. That's all. Yes, ma'am.
Just want to make sure, because I did have the DVR with, or I still do have the DVR with WOW. And they came to my door and they didn't do anything because I had the extra service. It was like the first week they were here. They are coming back, right? Because I
Yes.
don't want to miss out altogether.
Yes, they're definitely coming back.
Okay, and we'll know what day they're coming to our
Once they
building?
give us the list of what days and buildings, we will definitely post it so you guys would know the date and times. Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Ideally, you'd have it when they showed up, and the experts will do it, but we'll be learning as well.
Good afternoon. I
Good
have a fax line that I'm using. Will I still be able to have my phone for faxes? I do know I have to change the number because the number was created by WOW.
That will actually be a very good question that you might want to hold off and talk to the AT&T gentleman, because some services do have problems with fax lines. Good question.
So I'll answer that. I'll answer that. Yes, sir.
I have multiple questions.
Sure.
But right now, I know there's okay, I'm up close, it's good. When a technician from Centrix comes to the apartment and they install the new wiring, I've got the modem with WOW, I've got the internet. My main concern is the internet. And I need a service that's going to give me good internet. For some reason, Comcast, Xfinity has been mentioning all this, but like so many megabops, whatever you want to call it, I need a speed like 300, maybe 1,000, going in that direction. I'm not concerned about the phone.
Sure,
I got a
sure.
cell phone with T-Mobile.
Sure.
But if they come and install the lines, Centrix, did they take out the modem there, which is WOW? Or do I have to call and make an appointment for WOW to come and take that out? Because it was mentioned that they're going, WOW equipment, like the remote control from the basic, and people that have their modem, are they gonna hold that for WOW, or should the resident have to call WOW and have a separate visit? You know what I'm saying? In regards to that.
Sure. So Ken will answer that.
Yeah. As of the 12th, your internet with WOW will go away. At that time, or the schedule, Centrex technicians will be in to convert your televisions over to cable. You can have them remove your equipment, and we will hold the modem and return it to WOW in a bulk. Or you can call WOW and have them send you a return shipper if you want to assure that you'll get credited properly. But you do need to return your WOW modem.
Okay, that's the main concern being the getting credit for that.
Right.
Like when returning.
Yeah, I have a list of residents that, according to WOW, have WOW modems, so I can verify serial numbers, and I have already collected a couple of them, and I am checking them off, and we are holding them, and WOW will pick them up.
And can I just ask
Sure.
one more? In regards to the internet situation, I see people that would have what they call hotspots.
Well, that was,
Would your and your associates be working with that once everything's said and done to, like, for example, if we went to another carrier, T-Mobile, Verizon, whatever, AT&T, and wanted something of that nature, once we got the equipment, would you and Brandon or any other associates work on the repairs or properly installing? Because some of that needs the individual that wants that to have a phone capable of scanning that little code. And I myself, with my arthritis and all, I've got a flip phone because I'll hit 3 keys at the same time. But it has the camera, but it doesn't have a scan button.
Okay,
So
go ahead, Ken.
would you or your associates be able to scan something like that in regards to the setup?
we will be more than happy to help you as much and as often as we can. But
And-
being another vendor, that's going to be dependent. But yes, we are available to help you, absolutely.
And to answer your question about the internet, why Comcast hasn't been mentioned, because they don't service the area or this particular area.
There is no, Comcast doesn't have an infrastructure in our building, so.
So that's why that's why AT&T is here, and we're recommending AT&T because they do service the area.
Broadband was supplied through WOW. It's WOW's infrastructure. They own their infrastructure. So when WOW was here, we couldn't bring Comcast in because they would have had to run their own. They just don't have a presence in this building. That's why we can't use Xfinity.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, I had WOW. They came and put the little black, okay. They came and put the little black box, but the remote they gave me does not work. Okay, I'm still using my old remote from WOW. So how is that, am I gonna miss TV? How do I get somebody to come down there to transfer it over?
And that offer, that brings up something that I did not include in the presentation. The Centrex will be dropping off a universal remote to everyone. If you have if you end up needing the cable box, there will be a remote for that. So in that, bottom line is you will get a new remote.
I have a remote.
Sorry?
I have a remote. It's a little. It's
Well,
black
the WOW remote only works with WOW equipment, and it was programmed for your TV.
No, they gave me a new remote, but it did not work. I could not change any channels. But with my WOW that I had, I can change the channels. That's how I'm watching television now.
Your service has already been switched over?
Supposedly, they gave
All
me
right,
that
well, then
little...
after the meeting, let me get your apartment number and make sure. There were some areas where they did not program the modems.
Okay,
or
thank you.
the remotes.
I have WOW for my TV and for my internet. Closer, I'm almost eating. Okay, I have WOW for my internet and for my cable TV. I am no longer going to keep the modem for my TV. I went to AT&T and I can get a box from them and plug it in myself. What happens to my internet
It depends.
if I'm no longer on WOW?
Well, there's the resident Wi-Fi. That's not going away. And there was another question, because we have the advantage of managing that service in-house. We are working on getting you guys some better speeds, because I know that this has been an issue in the past.
Yeah.
But I've got to do it incrementally, so it's not going to happen right away. My goal is at least to give you guys 10 meg.
So my question was, what happens to my internet? Will I automatically just get regular internet from here?
You could, if
That's
that's
it.
what you choose to do. If you
Tell me
want,
what I
if,
choose to do. I'm plugging in my AT&T and getting rid of my modem. So then what happens to my my
so
internet?
I would assume she doesn't have AT&T internet because
Who
she
are
just
you
has
us-
the modem.
Yeah, who are you using now?
I will get it.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm wondering what happens to my internet.
So you have WOW internet?
But if I remove the WOW thing, I don't have WOW anymore.
Correct.
So will I automatically be on the internet with this?
No, you won't be automatically on anything. Your internet will go away. If you choose to be on the Wi,
Okay, I have to choose. I have to call you
If-
and let you know that I'm.
yeah, if you choose to be on the resident Wi-Fi, we will come to your apartment and put you on the the machines won't automatically just choose an internet, no. If that answers your question.
When I called WOW to find out if I could buy the router or whatever it is, they said no, but they also said do not give any of their equipment to anybody else, to call them and they would have somebody come in and pick it up, or they will give us a box to ship it to them. So,
And that is an option, yes.
yeah, can we give it to you? They said not to give it to anybody else.
Yes, you may. I have an email from WOW saying that they will pick up stuff that we hold for them.
So it's easier for WOW, rather than having them ship 50, 80, 300 boxes, for us to collect it and then for us to have a FedEx truck come and pick everyone's equipment to be sent to WOW. But you can do whatever you're comfortable with, so that way if you did it yourself, you'll have a tracking number, you'll have the box, so that way you won't be charged for your equipment. But to make it easier on everyone, we're gonna keep as money as people give us, so that way we can make one shipment.
Hello? Okay. I have two questions. The one is, I'm supposed to buy TiVo equipment. If I go to Amazon, that's fine, except they offer a multiple of stuff. One is the TiVo cable, Edge for cable, and then there's cable cords. Should I buy any of the additional equipment?
Well, we happen to have a resident expert in our midst.
Oh.
Yes.
Ted,
who's
would you
who's
like to field
itching?
that question?
Who's itching to speak?
Okay, if you don't know me, I'm Ted Danielson. And I was a TiVo customer 15, 20 years ago. And it was a downgrade to me to come here and use the WOW-provided DVR. I've just learned I could have brought TiVo with me. On Friday, I called TiVo, and for $60, they sent me a TiVo for cable box. Holds 600 hours of programming. I got that box on the Sunday morning. That had to be I put in it requires two connections. One, it has to connect to the cable, which I did. I disconnected a WOW connection and put it into the TiVo box. And it requires an internet connection. The internet connection gives me now, first the administration, because that's the way they authorize that box to work, has to come through a different channel than the cable. But it also connects to a bunch of free streaming stuff. So I wound up watching a Law and Order from the first season over streaming through that TiVo box. The annoying thing about it was I couldn't bypass the ads. It took me all day to connect that. It turns out the secret was I had to tell where it said for professional installers, make this choice. Everything else didn't work, so I made that choice. Then everything went smoothly. I am now watching WOW cable over that TiVo box. Now, come someday, the 12th or some other day, that's going to switch over just like my TV is going to switch over. I hope to be able to connect both of them directly, but we'll come to see. I tell you that story both to answer your question and to say this. I have talked to a lot of people about this conversion, and I think it's fair to say it has not gone as smoothly as any of us would wish. But I've had a lot of people say, this has been my experience, this has been my experience, this has been my experience. I don't use a landline. I gave that up when I moved in. And I'm happy with the HVFFV. I keep wondering why you're not changing that name, but please don't.
HFV resident?
Yeah.
I thought about it, but you got to remember.
Internet. But it's spotty, but it's basically okay for me. And certainly it's doing the administration work that I need, and what gave me that streaming Law and Order show. I think we ought to have more than this one session. I thank Ken and very much. Did you answer the question? I'll be giving it back in just a moment. Sure. I would think there ought to be more than one session, and I thank these two for doing it, but I think there ought to be an opportunity for residents to share with one another their experience and perhaps organize the questions or issues so that these people don't have to take this long a session. If we were to organize such a thing, were there anybody here who would join me in having a sharing experience at some point with what they've gone through and what they're trying to do? Put your hand. Okay, there's a little bit of interest. All right, thank you.
I just want to know what equipment I need to buy.
I know, he didn't even, so it's really simple. TiVo cable is what you need. Once you buy that, you're gonna need a TiVo subscription to make the TiVo work. Simple as that.
So do I get my Bally prescription through TiVo?
Bally's is something you have to download. It's an app that you download and you pay a subscription to have that on a monthly service, or you can do it for the year depending on how you want to do it. And if you want to do that, Bill can help you with that. Buying the TiVo itself, buying the subscription, and or buying Bally's. You're welcome.
Hi, I don't know what TiVo is.
So TiVo is just it's a DVR. It's just so that way when you're watching a show and you can't watch it, but you want to record it, you can record it to watch it at a later time. That's what TiVo is.
And you pay a subscription for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. And
Yes, ma'am.
does anyone know how much it is?
So it can start off at $15, but it's all dependent on what you want. How many shows are you going to be recording? Because please keep your hand down. Please keep your hand down. There's a subscription, it's $15, and it goes up. It's all dependent on how much storage is going to be on the TiVo itself.
Would Roku,
Please keep your mouth. What's that?
Would Roku give you the streaming possibilities that TiVo or whatever?
So Roku gives you the streaming, yes, but Roku doesn't do. It's not a DVR service for it to download, right? It's not a DVR. Roku's not a DVR. No, Roku just allows you to have the services. Like you can do YouTube, you can do Netflix and stuff like that. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I already tried to buy TiVo on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to send us the wrong address. Oh, well. But I don't know where to buy the subscription.
Bill can help you with that.
Okay.
Bill can help you with that.
That's fine, as long
Yeah,
as somebody tells me.
Bill will help you with that. Make sure you're buying the right one, whatever. Okay, hold off your questions. I want to bring the AT&T guy here because he's here to kind of answer any questions that any resident has as far as the AT&T service. A lot of residents have called the 1-800 number and they were not getting the right information through them. So he's here to kind of help. And what we decided to do, and he'll probably announce it, is he'll have him and some other representatives from AT&T here on Thursday and Friday of this week, and we'll do it sometime next week to see those that have more questions and or want to get service through AT&T Internet. He's here to answer any questions you guys have. So this is for AT&T questions. We can start over here. Hang on, wait for the mic.
So my name is Nicholas.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm an in-home expert account manager. So I'm able to help you guys with any questions, comments, concerns you guys have with AT&T. When you guys do sign up, if you guys are existing customers, we'll be able to help you guys out as well, okay?
I just got the box for the AT&T Air.
Mm-hmm.
Will I'll be able to do internet with that, right?
Correct, yes. So there is two options here in the building. There's AT&T Air, and then there's the traditional internet, which is what you guys had now with WOW. With the Air, you should be able to connect the home phone if you do decide to connect the home phone, and with the traditional AT&T internet as well. You do need to have AT&T internet to get AT&T home phone because it's voice over IP, meaning it's voice over the internet. And you are able to connect that with a fax as well. If you do want to bring over your home phone, that you could bring over that number over from WOW, you are going to have that account number and that PIN number with WOW if you do want to bring your old home phone to AT&T. But yes, to answer your question, you will have internet with that, Internet Air.
I already have the phone through AT&T.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that and I have a direct TV that would work through it too, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone who hasn't had a question?
I know the guy in the back, after he's done, the guy in the back was raising his hand and never got it.
Your technicians are going to come in and tell me what I need in terms of a TiVo, because there are different models available. Then I go out and buy that, bring it back, and I have to tell somebody to come in and install it. I have to have the technician come back to install it.
So when it comes to that, we can help with the purchase of TiVo to make sure you're getting the right one, and we can help install it.
Tell me which one is the right one, though.
It's the TiVo Edge for cable.
Oh, it's
TiVo
Edge,
TiVo
okay.
Edge for cable.
All right, so that's what I buy, and then I let you know I've got it, and you come back and connect it.
Well, if you have it
Go ahead.
If you have it at the time the installers are there, they'll be able to hook it up for
Now that I know
you.
which one it is, I can buy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have it at the time they show up, then that's part of what they're doing, absolutely.
Second question, are you staffed to get all of this done for 600 apartments by the 12th of September? And if not, what happens? Because
Well, that's why.
WOW is gone.
That's why the technicians are coming in to get the initial stuff done. We will find out if we're staffed to handle the load after the fact.
Okay.
I'd like to say yes. Many of you know that we are prompt and proficient. I'd like to say yes, but time will tell.
Okay, thank you.
Can you go over the back, Eileen? He doesn't have, he's been waiting.
He's been waiting.
You're good? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Good move.
I've been on the phone with AT&T at least 3 times over the last 2 days, and I'm getting different information. So they say, I was first told we can get, I'm doing this for a friend, by the way. I was first told that, yes, you guys have landline. 2 days if we want to change the phone number, 7 to 10 days if we want to port our phone number.
Correct.
The 2 people I talked to today said, at this address, there is no landline.
There is landline.
We have the option of internet air or phone advanced or internet air. And so she explained the difference between those with the box that plugs electrically in the wall. Can you please talk slower and explain?
Okay, so are you looking for like the original landline or the voice over IP? Like
Well, initially wanting the original landline because this is what the gentleman's family prefers.
Okay, well, that's why I warned you in the presentation, and I'll let you know now. Don't call it a landline. The traditional sense of a landline, what we all know and love, does not exist anymore. Everything is going over internet or voice over IP. If you asked for Phone Advantage, they should know exactly what you're talking about. If you're asking for a couple of the other programs that he's going to talk about, they will know. But if you call it a landline, the first thing they're going to think of is what we refer to as a POTS line. The old dial tone that comes in your house that we all know and love. That doesn't exist anymore. So don't use the term.
Okay.
And it's important.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. It's just the term landline. As we all know, landline is the word that we don't want to use. That's all. It works. They just don't understand it.
So then can you please explain the phone advanced and the internet air, how that works? And can you plug your actual phone in your house into those?
Yes, so you should be able to plug in your home phone into the Internet Air. The Internet Air uses the service as a cell phone signal. It makes it more of a stable internet instead of a hotspot. Someone was talking about a hotspot earlier. The Internet Air is not a hotspot. It's not your traditional internet either that's connected from the building into a box. This one gets a signal, a cell phone signal, and stabilizes it so you guys have a stronger connection at home.
Okay, and what about phone advanced?
Phone Advanced is the new home phone, and that gets connected into the Internet Air for you guys to get home phone service.
If I may add, I've just done that recently. When I moved in here, I had a landline. That means telephone poles and wires.
Yes.
I got a nice little letter from AT&T who said, we would like you to take the new Advance. My monthly bill dropped from $104 a month to $61.29. And that's an internet phone. I've been very happy with it, and it's been working beautifully ever since it was installed 4 months ago.
Yes.
And the good thing is that what he's going to be telling you guys is going to be cheaper than what she's saying. I think it's $10 for the internet and then $25 Oh, I'm sorry, $10 for the phone, $25, no?
$25 for the home phone and $10 for the internet.
Okay.
And that's part of our access program, how he was talking about earlier. You just have to apply for it. All of you guys should qualify for it, and it's $10 moving forward a month for the internet.
That's why I brought him, because you know, when I was looking at the AT&T website trying to help other residents get internet, I was seeing the internet by itself be $60, $70, $80.
And
I know that's
I do
way
see
too
a
much.
concern in your face. It's because you got the internet air, and it does not qualify for the internet air. Yes.
So that's why they're going to be coming Thursday and Friday, and again next week to
Yes.
make sure to see exactly what you guys need. They can try to provide it and then give you guys the best rates, so you're not paying over. You're paying over. Yes, sir, and we'll come back to you.
I would like to know if I can purchase an internet from AT&T without having to deal with their phones.
Yes.
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 Have,
Yes.
like
Yes.
Yes, you
300
don't have to have
speed.
cell phone service with AT&T to get internet on home phone.
When they would come in, they bring in the modem router and just hook up what I already have.
Correct.
Like,
But if you want the landline, you have to get the internet. If you don't want a landline phone, you don't care about the phone, you just want internet,
Right.
you can do just internet. It's based on what you specifically want to do.
because I got the thing about the air and that, and I don't, I guess not qualifying for fiber.
No.
No.
Air is,
But just who or what number should I call to say, listen, I'm a resident here?
That's what
I
we're
just
trying
want-
to avoid. You don't have to call anybody. We're going to set it up for you guys on Thursday and Friday to come speak with Nick and one of his associates, so that way you can talk to them directly, and then they can provide you with the service and the rate that fits your budget.
That's my main concern.
Yep, we'll do that Thursday and Friday. We're still looking at the logistics of what, where, and the time, but we're going to set that up. Yes, ma'am.
All we want from AT&T is our, all we want from our AT&T is our landline number and voicemail. But we are still required to get AT&T internet to access that.
Yes.
Okay, we use the in-house internet. Is that going to interfere?
no, but you do need to have AT&T internet.
Okay. So when I get on my computer on the internet, what is it going to connect to AT&T, or is it going to connect to our in-house?
So right now, it's going to connect to the Wi-Fi that you probably have through the village.
Yes.
If you want to keep your landline, you're going to lose that landline unless you port it over to AT&T. And if you port it over to AT&T, you're going to have to buy an internet package with the landline.
Okay, so then we'll lose our in-house internet?
You'll lose the in-house, but
No,
you don't lose the in-house. You just won't be using it because you're going to be using the AT&T one, which is what you're paying for that service. But the good thing with that is it's probably faster than the in-house service.
Okay. I just mentioned that because we've had the in-house service for 7 years since we've lived here, and we've never had a problem with it.
So then this is what I tell you. And again, this is just me trying to save every resident that I can. If you've used the in-house internet for 7 years with no issues, you probably don't need the internet through AT&T. So now it becomes a question, how important is the landline? If it's very important, then you're going to have to bite the bullet and say, I want to keep my number and I got to get the AT&T.
Okay.
But for those that say, I don't need it and I'll just use my cell phone, then you can just say, I'll just get the free cable, the free Wi-Fi, and I have my cell phone. And now you eliminate having bills. Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Okay. I had my mother's landline switched over yesterday from the WOW to the AT&T.
Okay.
And just so she could keep her number.
Okay.
She's never had internet. And it's her bill, they're telling me it's going to be $63 a month. They told me yesterday.
So if you have to apply for the access program, you have to apply. So
what are the qualifications for that?
Fixed income.
Fixed income.
Fixed income. As long as you're in a fixed income or get assistance from the government, you qualify for that.
Like, what do you mean, it's assistance from the, you don't mean Social Security, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, my other question, she never had the internet. She's missing her Bally Sports. So that's important to her, but she's never streamed anything. It's kind of, I have a big mouth anyways. You can probably
Yeah.
No,
So when
You
so
really
that's okay.
can't.
So it's okay. When it comes to Bally's, the Centrix right now doesn't offer that with the channels. You're gonna have to get that on your own.
Well, she doesn't stream, so I'm wondering, does AT&T have a package where if you get their cable with DirecTV or whatever, does it come? Is it offered as a channel for people, or would she have to stream it because she's never streamed anything?
1 second.
Oh, that internet, yeah. So yeah. Yes, yes, so you'll be able to get DirecTV via internet, and that would be the service that you would get. Because you guys cannot get traditional DirecTV with the satellite. But we have another option that is DirecTV via internet.
I literally just installed a resident, or helped install a resident yesterday. They had AT&T DirecTV, and she just called me this morning, as a matter of fact, and said everything was great. And they are using our in-house Wi-Fi for that. The question was, is that service provide Bally as an option?
Correct, yes.
So that answer would be yes
It
as well.
does? Okay, so how do I get in touch with somebody about that? Just
We'll talk after.
okay, yeah. She has a doctor's appointment, so I'm gonna have to leave.
They'll be here with today's Tuesday, so they'll be here Thursday and Friday to answer any more individual questions and/or to set up those that want to get set up with this program and with AT&T Internet and home phone. Yep. He does. No, I don't know if he has a
I'll
card.
go get more.
Yeah, he'll go get more cards. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
How much is it to just get AT&T internet?
So
No phone, just internet.
So with the access, $10.
But-
Without the access, it's $60.
$69.
What is the speed of the Centrix internet when we get that?
So
and what
Centrix
the
is not
speed-
providing internet. Centrix is only providing cable.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the speed of the AT&T?
It varies from built like house to house, apartment from apartment. So it could be 10 megabits, it could be 25. If you do decide to go with the air, it's a lot higher. But the air does not qualify for the access.
And just so you guys know, for your basic streaming, Netflix, opening up web browsers to make purchases and payments, you probably only need 8.
At most.
8 to 10 at most.
Yes.
So anything more than that, it's not what, you're paying for more service than what you need. It'll be fast, but you're paying for more service. And the higher the speed, the more expensive the package is.
Okay.
Ken has it at 8, and eventually, over some time, I don't know exactly, he'll push it to 10. So right now, he's got it where it's basically, as the lady was telling you, she used it for 7 years with no issues.
Okay, Mike.
Yes.
Here, I
Yes.
just
Yes,
talked
ma'am.
to Bill, and I want to point out something in case,
Sure,
in
sure,
case
sure.
other people have the same question. Back to the TiVo.
Okay?
Don't go to TiVo.com and pay $400 for TiVo Edge for cable, because that's what it's listed at.
Correct.
Go to Walmart, Amazon.
Correct.
Something like that, like you said. Well, I'm just telling you, if people go right to the website and see it just the way they present it, it's $400.
Yeah,
And
I saw it on
somebody's
Amazon.
going to end up paying that.
Yeah, I saw it on Amazon for
Yeah,
$200.
so just watch out for that.
Absolutely. Just shop around. Shop around. It's TiVo for cable. You can get it from really anywhere. Mary.
Everybody, please be patient. I'm trying to get people who
Yeah, it's
haven't
one
had a
person running
chance to
around,
talk.
guys. We're really trying.
You mentioned this is for Nicholas. You mentioned at the very beginning there's AT&T Air and AT&T Internet.
It is on.
What are the difference of those, and are they in different prices?
Yes.
And my second question, keep mentioning Thursday and Friday. How do we get to see AT&T on Thursday and Friday?
So we're going to set up a location and a time. We haven't determined that right now because we just kind of met with him today, and I dragged him in here and said, I want him to come Thursday and Friday so that we can help all the residents.
Yeah, we literally grabbed him out of the hallway.
Like, there's a resident that's waiting to get service through him, and that resident's waiting.
And then on Thursday, if you do meet with us, we'll give you more details, the differences. More one-on-one, more personal, answer your questions, give you more time.
There's no sign up, we'll just,
You discussed with this lady over here about getting Valley, and she could get it through AT&T cable?
no, it's an app. It's an,
I'm talking to the AT&T guy. He's the
Okay.
one that answered it.
Yes. We do have Valley cables on DirecTV.
So how, and then that would be instead of getting Centrex, we would get AT&T cable?
No. AT&T with their internet package, AT&T provides a streaming service. They call it DirecTV, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay. That is a little dongle, sort of like a Amazon Fire Stick or a Roku stick. It attaches to the back of your TV, connects over our internet, and with their service, you can stream DirecTV.
How would that interface with Centrex?
It doesn't at all. It has nothing to do with it. It's not
So
cable.
you would still get Centrex
Yes,
free?
absolutely.
From, how much does this cost? This
I can't.
Depending on the package, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, Bally's is on the sports package, and it's a little bit on the higher side.
Well, what's higher? What do you mean? I mean, can you give us prices?
$115 for the Bally sports package.
Holy mackerel.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you want to do the package for Bally, because it's not just Bally's, it's the whole sports. So you get the Big Ten, you get everything on there.
WNBA?
It should be on there, yes.
Not should. Would
It's
it
on.
be on
It should
there?
be on. I gotta double confirm it. I don't know on top of my head.
Then I need you to find out for
I
before
will.
Thursday or Friday.
We literally just pulled this gentleman out of the hallway. We're gonna.
Yeah,
We're gonna.
he's,
We're
he's
gonna
literally
make-
was going to see a resident, and I
We're-
told him, just put the resident on hold and come here.
He has agreed to meet one-on-one Thursday and Friday, or Wednesday and Thursday?
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. Let us finalize that information. This gentleman or a representative will come back with all the information you need at that time.
Okay, and another
Okay.
question.
Sure.
Are there any high-definition channels on Centrex?
That was actually a good question, and I do not have an answer for that, but I will find that out.
We'll find that out,
Because-
we'll have the answer for you on Thursday or Friday.
Our TiVo did not record any high-definition.
Well, they didn't record high definition because on the traditional cable systems like WOW, high def was encrypted. So that would have required a cable card. There is nothing encrypted in Centrex. So all the channels are in what's called in the clear. No, nothing is encrypted. There's a difference between high def and encryption.
Okay, are we good? If you guys have any additional questions, I'm sure you will, it's okay.